This is my story. It is ugly, and it is beautiful, and for a very long time, I was too afraid to tell it. Once there was a boy so filled with violence and hate that he thought it nothing to violate my vagina and my soul in the basement of my parents' house. I was 10 years old and about to hit puberty when he entered me and told me to expect a baby on the way. I was 11 when he told half the town it was a great lay. And on the school bus home, I would quietly pray as children threw food at me and told me to close my legs because they could smell my last customer. And then puberty came much too soon, and suddenly boys who wanted nothing to do with me publicly were feeling me up in my backyard secretly. Let's keep this just between you and me. Yeah, right. Now this is my story, it's true. But it's also the story for many of you. And even for those whom this story won't name, we are all impacted just the same because we are all products of a culture of shame that teaches us a short skirt is to blame. So let's back this up to the beginning and ask ourselves about the messages we are sending that tell a little girl she is nothing more than window dressing. Sugar and spice and everything nice, that's what girls are made of. Rough and tumble, born to rumble, that's what boys are made of. I look in the mirror, and all I can see is that my nose and hips are too wide, and I wonder, when will I grow into these hips? Because this body before me does not look like the hundreds of images that are thrown at me daily. There's something wrong with my face and hair, the gawky glasses I wear, and I swear, looking in the mirror, I fear that they know. That with one look at this face, they will know my disgrace. They can tell I am broken. Or as one GP delightfully put it, I have been tampered with. I am so filled with rage at all that has happened to me, but with nowhere to put it. Because good little girls do not do, they just don't. When my brothers play at war and adventure, I comb my Barbie's hair and play house. My hatred and rage turned inward into self-loathing and a constant sense of my own taint and worthlessness that will follow me for decades. Could you make me feel pretty? Could you make me feel fine? Could you make me feel pretty? If you try. So now you know why there is a darkness in me. Because women are bought and sold on the daily. Because every advertisement we see uses women's bodies as a commodity. Because every aspect of our culture, from the language we speak to the songs that we sing, is infused with misogyny. And every day on TV we can learn that the color of our lips is more important than the words that we speak. And that our value lies not in our character, but in our ability to squeeze into a tight pair of jeans. Because in North America, a woman is still literally worth less than a man. Because the fact that 1 in 3 women will experience some kind of violent assault in her lifetime means that our culture still believes it is acceptable to treat women as property. Because my childhood was stolen. And another little girl is having her stolen right now. Nearly 30 years later, I stand at the top of a flight of stairs, and I think about falling. Postpartum depression came knocking, and the darkness spread like a choker around my throat and strangled me with all the things I couldn't say until I couldn't breathe. And I knew I couldn't live like this anymore, but I couldn't see a way out. There were things that I needed to say, but I couldn't say them. So I picked up a paintbrush and painted a monster instead. There were words that I needed to speak, but I could not speak them. So I picked up a pen. There were things that I needed to say, but I couldn't just say them. So I sang them instead. There's a voice that echoes in my head. You're so stupid, you'd be better off dead. Things are changing and I can see I'm ready to break free. And slowly, so slowly, the light began to burn away the darkness. And I got braver and stronger. And I learned to look in the mirror with love instead of hate. And I learned that I could speak my truth and the world would not collapse at my feet. So now I speak out in service of other survivors like me, so they can be less lonely and they too can break free. So now I declare for all to hear that every girl should be born knowing that a vagina is not a bullseye marking you victim. It is a gift, capable of both pleasure and creation. Every girl should know that her arms are made for loving and building. Her lips are made to speak her truth. And the rights to her body are hers alone to give to those who prove themselves worthy. Every girl deserves to know that she is beautiful, but she is not defined by beauty because she has so much more to offer the world. And I will declare that our bodies are sacred temples, that we are blessed to live inside, and that we will no longer hide those parts of ourselves that were deemed shameful. There's no shame. There's only love. There's a love